Please stand and join Dr. David Quist in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Dan Weinert, Provost of Palmer College. It is my distinct honor to be your Master of Ceremonies on this very special day. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the forefathers of chiropractic and the passing of members of our profession. Distinguished platform members, today's speaker, Dr. Michelle Barber Drover, candidates for the degrees, members of the faculty, administration, and staff, supporters, families, and friends of today's graduates, welcome to today's commencement ceremonies as we mark the entrance of these outstanding men and women into the profession as Palmer graduates. And welcome to Palmer College, where it all started, the fountainhead of the chiropractic profession. This college represents our profession's rich heritage and its strong future. We would like to acknowledge those present who have served our country. Those graduating today are recognized with red, white, and blue cords. Would all veterans or active duty military in attendance, whether you're a graduate, family, or friend, please stand for recognition as we thank you for your service. Today, we are here to celebrate the commitment, dedication, outstanding achievements, and the certain future contributions of the 104 talented men and women seated in the center of this famed hall. Drawn together by the educational experience they have nearly completed, the students seated before you started their journey as a diverse collection of individuals. In fact, the flags on stage represent the many countries they hail from. In addition to the United States, these candidates come from Canada, Japan, Puerto Rico, and South Korea. The American students represent 24 different states. As it has for well over a century, Palmer College continues to attract students seeking the best chiropractic education in the world, and in turn, our community is enriched by their diversity of talent, tradition, and culture. As we call candidates to the stage today, there are several protocols I'd like to mention. During today's commencement ceremony, we'll be granting 4 different degrees. We have an Associate of Applied Science in Chiropractic Technology, Bachelor of Science, Master of Science degree in Clinical Research, and Doctor of Chiropractic degree. Palmer College celebrates its extensive alumni and specifically the legacy of chiropractic that exists within some families by encouraging candidates to be accompanied to the stage by a family member who is also an alumnus of Palmer. And lastly, we invite you to join us at a reception for our graduates immediately following this ceremony in the lower level of the building. Graduates, remember, we're not assembled here today to celebrate the end of a program. We're here for commencement, or a beginning. We're here to mark the beginning of your professional lives. Palmer and your experiences and mentors before have prepared you well. You have entered to learn. Now it is time to go forth and serve. So let's begin our ceremony. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Michelle Barber-Drover, is the Associate Dean for Life Sciences and Foundations at Palmer College of Chiropractic. Dr. Drover earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Miami University in 1991 and a Master's in Social Work from Ohio State University in 1993. She earned her Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College in 2000 and practiced for 13 years in Colorado, Ohio, Illinois, and Iowa. She began working at Palmer College in 2006 and has had appointments as a faculty clinician and teaching faculty where she taught microbiology, biomechanics, public health, toxicology, and gross anatomy labs. She now serves as our Associate Dean. Dr. Drover is a co-founder of the Palmer Academy of Educators, a group devoted to developing teaching excellence on campus, and has been a founding member of the steering committee for the Palmer Women's Institute. She received the ICAA Female Chiropractic Achievement Award in 2010 and 2013, the Thelma Fordyce Mack Faculty Recognition Award in 2011 and 2014, and the Sigma Phi Chi Chiropractic Service Award in 2014 and 15. She was named Palmer College's Outstanding Faculty of the Year in 2011 and has received the Faculty of the Year Award from the Student Council every year since 2008. Wow. In addition to her teaching and administrative service, Dr. Drover regularly presents continuing education seminars for chiropractors and is published in peer-reviewed journals. Please give Dr. Michelle Drover a warm welcome to the commencement stage today.
Well, good morning. I don't usually do podiums. I wander around the room, and I usually have PowerPoint, which I don't have today, so I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down, and I'm going to try to not read it to you, but I probably will, so sorry about that. I wanted to welcome all the friends and family who traveled to Davenport this morning to join us here, and particularly to welcome the guests of honor that are seated down front in these silly-looking robes. Palmer Class 173, you guys are kind of special to me. You're the last class that had me for all of those classes that Dr. Weinert just mentioned. So in my opinion, today is kind of a pretty big day, you know, at least for social media, right? Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook and whatever other new app that you guys learned about an hour ago, blew through it and already discarded it before the rest of us even knew it was out there. But, you know, you've blown it all up with your selfies, right? All the hashtags, the chicken arms. Right? You know who you are. Somebody. I'm not looking at you, Katie. But it's no surprise that you're taking pictures and you're posting them on social media when it is such a big day. After all, you get to hear me speak. So I'm pretty excited that there's a big turnout for that. I mean, look at all the people who came for that. Isn't that outstanding? I mean, I'm really flattered. Thank you. That is really special. So I guess I'll go ahead and tell you about it. I am honored to be able to deliver this commencement speech to you guys today. They asked me back in July if I would do this, and it took me about a half a second to say yes. And I thought, well, how could I deny you of the privilege of getting to hear me? So, of course, I can't say no. And so even though I've known all trimester that I was going to be doing this address for you guys today, I took a page from a playbook that you all know really, really well, and I started working on my speech yesterday. And so, in my defense, I've been really busy this trimester. I got a lot going on. I'm a busy lady, and I had to watch the entire series of The Office, all 201 episodes this trimester, and it took a lot of time. I mean, I was really, really busy. So yesterday, I started working on your speech. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about. What words of advice could I give you? What parting wisdom could I send you on your way with? And honestly, I don't have anything. I got nothing good. So I started to think about my own graduation. It turns out I graduated October 27th of 2000, class 003. Woo. And I was thinking about my graduation and sitting out there, and I don't really remember much about that day. I remember that it was a crazy whirlwind. And I remember what I wore, and that I tore my pants on the Palmer shuttle bus coming down to the auditorium because my grandma didn't want to walk down the hill. And that's it. I don't remember anything else. I have a picture of me and my mom and dad at graduation, and this is back before all the digital cameras where you could just look at your picture and then delete it when you didn't like it and start over until you had a good one. So maybe I'll post it for you later, but it's not going to go on any wall anytime soon. Let's just put it that way. It lives in a box. But I do have it. And I remember that, and I really don't remember anything else. And so I thought, well, this is actually good for me, because what I now know is that in a couple years, you don't remember anything that I told you anyway. I mean, I don't even know if it was a man or a woman who spoke at my graduation. I have no idea. I don't know what their name was. I don't know why they were asked to come there. They're mystery to me. It just, somebody talked for a little while, and that's all I can tell you. So, big relief. Like, you're not going to remember. It's okay. So anyway, I still knew I had to get my project done, right? I had to deliver something today, so I went to my trusted resource, Google, and I put in a nice search string, a Pico question, if you will. And so here's what I typed in, literally, you guys. I put in how to give a good commencement address. And I hit search, and I found an actual journal article, and I was really excited. The title, you're going to love it. 10 suggestions for a successful commencement speech. And I was like, that is perfect. I'm going to give an evidence-based commencement award, or commencement address, right? Like, it's perfect. You can't get better than that. And so I click on it, and I'm not even lying. This is absolute truth. It was published in the Journal of Chiropractic Education, right? Who says there's no chiropractic literature? It is clearly out there. And so I was really excited. So I thought I'm going to dig into this like really in-depth analysis of all the chiropractic commencement speeches that have ever been given, and I'm going to get really awesome advice, and this is going to be amazing. And I opened it, and it turns out, and I'm going to give you guys a direct quote. Here's what the guy said. You ready? This is one man's opinion based on the observation of over 50 commencement addresses. There was no analysis. There was no statistical anything that was done. I couldn't even complain about the statistics. They didn't exist. He just basically said, I've listened to a lot of addresses, and some of them were awesome, and some of them were really, really inappropriate, and so don't, do that. Okay, well, that's not helpful. There really wasn't anything earth-shattering in there that I didn't already know. I thought, well, I did learn a couple things, though, and I wanted to enlighten you. By the way, here's the other thing. I realized this guy wrote this article after going to 50 graduation speeches. I've been to 38 Palmer graduations, and I am really good at judging people. It never once entered my mind that I could write an article about it. So I totally missed the mark on that one. Because, publication, that gets you promotion. Like, I missed the boat. I didn't even know. So I might write about this one later. You'll see. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what I learned from this article. First of all, they had a very important Table 1. Table 1 is important in research. And Table 1 provided me with the word counts of some famous commencement addresses. So in case you wondered, Mr. Rogers, he gave a commencement address 1,473 words. George W. Bush, 1,620. Steve Jobs, 2,248. Now, I don't know what they put in their speeches or how it was supposed to help me, but I know how many words. So in case you were wondering, mine's 2,355. So I think I'm an overachiever, right? That's what that tells me. And the other thing that I learned that I thought was really awesome is this. I'm going to quote this one again, too. It says this: if you have been chosen to deliver the keynote address, is probably because of your eminence in your field and because you are well respected. I did not know I was eminent, but I know it now. And so I know now why that mystery person was chosen to speak at my graduation, whoever he or she might be. And I know why you guys all came to listen to me today, because again, I'm eminent, right? And so I had to look it up. I'm like, what does that actually mean? So here's the definition. Eminence is fame and recognized superiority, right? Especially within a particular sphere or profession. So some of you might have been thinking right now as I was talking, like, she's really full of herself, and I would say to you, no, I'm eminent. I'm eminent. It also said in this article that I should make this speech about you and not about me. So I thought, okay, I guess I better do that. And so I spent most of the yesterday afternoon in deep preparation thinking about you guys. And my hat is falling. And thinking about you guys. And what I did is I went onto your Facebook page, and I tried to remind myself of some of the things that we've experienced together over the last 3 1/3 years. And there's the public page, so don't worry. That's the only one I actually have access to, right? And so I was going through, and I gotta be honest, it started to get a little weird, you guys. What I realized is that I think you guys have been a little bit too obsessed with me during your time here. And I don't want to call you stalkers, because that makes you sound a little creepy and a little dangerous. But what I am going to say is that there were a lot of coincidences that I uncovered in my perusal of your Facebook. So I'll give you a few examples. So for example, you guys maybe not know this. Did you know that this group of people right down front here came to my place of work and went to the same room where I was trying to do my job 188 times during their time at Palmer? Every day, day after day, they just kept showing up where I was and just wanting to know what I was doing. What are you going to talk about today? I was like, really? Like, get a life, you guys. But they kept coming. Now, they might tell you it's because they were the last group that had me for microbiology, and then biomechanics, and then public health, and then toxicology, and maybe even a life science review thrown in there. But still, it's a little weird, right? 188 times? That's excessive. Okay. On the last day of toxicology, Gina, I'm looking at you. Jana, I'll get it right. Last day of toxicology, we had a quiz. And you guys might remember in toxicology that the quizzes, you got to drop your lowest quiz. And so some of you maybe weren't there that day, but Jana was there. And I said, you know, you don't really need the points. You kind of already have like 103% in the class. And she's like, I know, I just really like to do them. I just really like to be here. I travel a lot, okay? So one day I was on my way to Orlando for a conference. I'm on the airplane, and who is in the aisle on the airplane in front of me? You know, Drew and Holly. I took a picture of it. It's on the Facebook. Following me. Weird. And another time I was going to fly to Toronto, and I get to the gate at Moline, and who's sitting at the gate waiting for me? Marianne, Ty, Sarah. You guys remember that day? We hung out for a little while. Yeah. We talked about our boots. You remember, Sarah? Yeah. And then there was another time I was flying to Newfoundland to visit my then fiance, and the guy in the row in front of me on the airplane, I don't know where he's at, Joey's sitting right in front of me. There you are. I mean, he's a Newfie and everything, so he thinks he had a good excuse for going, but it still seemed a little weird that he's going to Newfoundland the same time I'm going to Newfoundland on a break, right? Just strange. And then, what about that time Brad wore that woman's sweater to class? You guys remember the picture where his little naked belly's hanging out? Now, he'll tell you it's because I said we were having an ugly sweater party and he was just trying to participate, but still, it's a little weird, right? A little weird. I got more. Everybody knows I love memes, right? I bring them into class all the time. I put them up. I start every day with a cartoon or a meme. Have you guys ever looked at Gabe's Facebook posts? He's kind of become like the king of memes. Is that really an accident? I don't think so. How about, you guys remember, it was early in your experience here at Palmer, but I shaved my head for charity, right? It was right before you guys had class with me. But do you remember when Chance used to have dreadlocks? Where's Chance? There you are. Yeah. They're not there now, are they? Huh. Weird. Coincidence. And then there's this one weekend when Sarah kept showing up at my house and she kept insisting on feeding my cats. Like, I mean, I gave her money and a key and asked her to come, but still, it was weird. She just kept coming over and over and over again. And what about Shane and Gabby, who did their work study jobs in life sciences? Is that an accident? It's not my department. I'm the boss there, but, you know, oh, let's work in life sciences. Yeah. Weird. Okay. Speaking of Shane, do you guys know I got engaged, and then not long after that, Shane also got engaged? And in the time that we've known each other, I got married, and then some of you also have gotten married, right? Like Taylor got married, and Mike got married, and Alyssa got married, probably some others. Those are just ones I can remember. It's strange, right? It's just weird. I adopted 2 dogs. Holly had like 1 million kids. That's kind of the same thing, right? It's kind of the same. When we had class together, I talked to you guys about how I ran a marathon, and then Taylor, Jessica, James, Alyssa all ran a marathon. Ooh, look at us. I did it first. Hunter has a stand-up paddleboard, and he's moving to Colorado after graduation. I own a kayak, and I lived in Colorado for a while after graduation, so close enough, right? And don't even get me started on Katie. For 2 trimesters, every single week when I went to the clinic for my adjustment, she insisted on showing up. She gave me this line about, like, I'm your intern, I have to be here. It's the responsible thing to do, but still, it's a little strange, don't you guys think? Like, over and over and over again, I get no peace. You guys had class parties at Modern Woodman Park, at the Family Fun Center in Moline, at the Up Rooftop Bar. I've been to all of those places, all of them. I don't know how many times I've bumped into one or many of you at Red Band. weird. Last night I had to go to this graduation thing, like this big banquet at the Radisson. There were a lot of you there. In fact, a lot of you were there too. Suspect. That's what I'm going to say. And now I'm speaking here today, and of course, look at the droves of you who came out to follow me, to see this happening today. Like, it's a little obsessive, don't you think? But I'm eminent, so I can't really blame you if you're wanting to be around me, right? Like, it makes sense. I get it. I'm pretty awesome. So I was looking at your Facebook page some more, and I found a couple other interesting things. I found 2 quotes that were posted there that I wanted to share with you. And one of them was actually one that Holly shared. It was an Oprah Winfrey quote back in first, maybe second trimester. And here's the quote. It says, "Surround yourself only with people who are going to take you higher." And I'm going to guess you didn't realize back then when you posted it how prophetic that quote would actually end up being, right? Because look at how you guys have grown together as a group, and how you have come together as such a tight-knit class, and how you have surrounded yourselves with your friends, your family, your future colleagues. You've really built this group of people who do exactly that. They support you and they push you to go higher, right? To be a better person than who you were when you first came here. And I think that's really pretty outstanding. So Holly, I don't know if you knew that you were doing that, but that was pretty awesome. I found and I want you to keep doing that too, by the way. Just keep making sure after you leave here that you continue to surround yourself with people who will demand more of you, but while also supporting you and encouraging you in your dreams. The second quote that I wanted to share is actually one that I posted for you guys, and it was during your last class with me during finals week in toxicology. So it was October 21st of 2015, and now that's almost exactly 2 years later. And this is the quote that I posted on your Facebook page for you. "Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle." And as a group, you guys have faced a lot of obstacles over the time that you've been here, right? You've traveled a pretty extensive road to get to where you are today, and it hasn't always been easy, right? There's been a lot of ups and downs, good days, bad days, but together you've gotten through. And that's because there's something inside of you that really made you want to get to here, to get to today, right? That passion and that drive. And it fueled your days. It made the good days more spectacular. And it made the bad days tolerable and able to get through. And you leaned on each other. And you leaned on the people around this room, right? And you were able to get to today, which is really an incredible celebration. And what I know is as you leave here today, you're going to continue to experience a lot of ups and downs, right? There will be bad days. I'm sorry to let you know, but they will happen. And there's going to be a lot of really mediocre, uneventful days, and then there's going to be some days that are going to leave you just completely in awe of the resilience and the miraculousness of the human body, right? And you're going to have to take each and every one of those days as they come. So those highs and lows are going to happen in your practices. They're going to happen in your career, in your personal lives. Embrace all of it. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there's something inside of you that is greater than any obstacle, and lean on those around you for support. Look around you one more time. Look around you right now. This group of people, the people on the floor with you, the people in the stands, everybody up here, every single person in this room is part of your support network. We have been there for you for this entire journey, and we will continue to be there for you wherever your journey takes you into the future. We are your people, right? To quote Grey's Anatomy, if you're a fan. Where did Virginia, I didn't do what you said. I'm supposed to use my finger so I don't lose my place. So we're going to be there for you during the celebrations, for the adversities, and for everything in between. I mentioned that I've been watching The Office. I'm done. But during the finale of The Office, Andy Bernard said a really, really profound thing, and I thought it was pretty awesome. I was going to share it with you. And so everything was coming to an end at The Office, right? And he had gotten a new job, and he was moving on, and he said this. He was understandably wistful about closing one chapter, but also really optimistic about what the future held, which is kind of what you guys are experiencing today, right? That sort of bittersweet place in between those two worlds. And he said this. He said, "The weird thing is, now I'm exactly where I want to be. I've got my dream job, and I'm still just thinking about my old pals. They're the ones I made here. I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days before you actually left them." And I hope that as you wrap up this chapter in your life, you'll recognize that this experience and all of the relationships that you've built during this time here are part of your good old days. But not only that, I hope that you realize that every single day, every good, every mediocre, and even difficult day that you're going to go through moving forward is part of that experience of allowing you to live the life you've always wanted but can never really truly imagine. As you go through each and every day, please try to take a moment to acknowledge its impact in the totality of your life. Don't wait until you end each chapter to reflect on it and look back on the good old days, but instead recognize that each and every day You are weaving another thread into the magnificent tapestry of your life, and appreciate it for its unique contribution in that moment. And most importantly, I recognize that I am only eminent because I've been fortunate enough to have ended up here. Choosing chiropractic and choosing Palmer have changed my life more than I can ever fully put into words. As I look at the tapestry of my life, I recognize that nearly everything that I consider good and successful in my world can be traced back to when I chose to dedicate my life to chiropractic and to Palmer. I'm eminent because I have the opportunity every day to influence the future of chiropractic by being a part of your journey to become doctors. You guys are my legacy. You're my why, right? By being able to be in front of you every single day and help to formulate your identity as a doctor and help you to want to be a better person and to be a better servant, what I know is that you make me proud every single day. And I am very honored to have had the privilege to teach you, and I'm honored to have you as part of my chiropractic family, and in a few minutes to be able to call you my colleagues. It really is a tremendous and humbling experience for me to get to do those things. I hope that you recognize that what you are doing today is a huge celebration, that we're all here to actually celebrate with you and not to listen to my speech, as it turns out. And I hope that for you, that when you leave here, you take everything that you've learned and that you continue to build on it and that you fuel it with that drive and with that passion. And I wish you the best of luck as you guys all now leave and go out to create your own chiropractic legacy. And with that, I have to say, I'm proud of you. I love you all. If I didn't mention your name, it's not because I wasn't thinking of you. You just didn't fit in my comedy routine. And most importantly, congratulations, doctors.
I'm not even supposed to be up here. I just felt compelled to follow the eminent Dr. Barber and repeat what she was doing. I'm glad she didn't launch into the Dwight Schrute routine where he did that famous speech written by Jim. But all right, let's continue on. The Associate of Applied Science and Chiropractic Technology degree program is a 16-month or 4-trimester, 68-credit-hour program. Graduates are highly valued members of the chiropractic healthcare team. They help organize, promote, and strengthen a practice by supplying well-honed clinical, clerical, and radiological skills. Dr. Marchiori, on behalf of the Undergraduate Program Oversight Committee, it gives me pleasure to present the students who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the Associate of Applied Science in Chiropractic Technology degree. The candidates will be introduced by Ms. Catherine Eberhardt, Director of Undergraduate Studies. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Jennifer Knight, Iowa. Christopher Allen Ledbetter, North Carolina.
Candidates, please raise your right hand and repeat the oath after me. As a certified chiropractic technologist, I will advance the philosophy, science, and art of chiropractic as a representative of the chiropractic profession. I will accept the chiropractic code of ethics. I will honor my responsibility to the Doctor of Chiropractic and to the health and welfare of chiropractic patients. You may put your right hand to your side. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate of Applied Science in Chiropractic Technology, In keeping with academic tradition, you may move your tassels from the right to the left, turn, and present yourselves to the assembly. Thank you. You may be seated.
Students who earn a Bachelor of Science degree from Palmer College must complete 120 semester hours. 30 of these hours may come from the basic science courses taken in the Doctor of Chiropractic curriculum. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Undergraduate Program Oversight Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree of Bachelor of Science. The Bachelor of Science degree is awarded in General Science. The candidates will be introduced by Ms. Catherine Eberhardt, Director of Undergraduate Studies.
Brian Joseph Bazin. Landon Clinton Benedetti. Cassie Ann Berggren. Morgan Kimberly Berry. Katie Lee Donovan. Kevin Ryan Goer. Chancellor Johnson. Amy L. Kerr. Brian Kreitcher. I'm sorry, Bryce. Sorry. Amanda Marie Nichols. Joseph Michael Oakley II. Taylor Schultz. Morgan Scroggins. Hannah Ariella Singer. Tori Slauson. Kevin James Sunberg. Hunter Lee Townsend. Eric Joseph Warner.
Candidates, on behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Palmer College of Chiropractic offers a graduate program leading to a Master's of Science degree. The program requires the completion of 36 credit hours, including 6 credit hours of thesis or practicum work. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Graduate Program Oversight Committee, it gives me pleasure to present the students who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the Master of Science degree. The clinical research candidates will be introduced by Dr. Cindy Long, Director of Research. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Dr. Yasmin Khan. Dr. Khan's research projects were chiropractors' perceptions of care for patients with psychosocial predictors of chronic pain, a qualitative study, and biopsychosocial risk factors for chronic spine pain in chiropractic patients, a cross-sectional survey. She is being presented her hood by her Graduate Advisory Committee member, Dr. Robert Vining. Dr. Zachariah Shannon. Dr. Shannon's research projects were development of a force and speed training program for high-velocity, low-amplitude manipulation using force sensing technology and objective feedback, and implementation of a pilot study to determine training program feasibility and short and long-term retention of training. He is being presented his hood by his Graduate Advisory Committee Chair, Dr. Robert Vining. Dr. Breanne Wells. Dr. Wells' research projects were older adults' qualitative perceptions of doctor-patient relationships and integrative health care within a randomized controlled trial for low back pain, and aromatherapy for text anxiety in chiropractic students, a controlled feasibility trial. She is being presented her hood by her Graduate Advisory Committee member, Dr. Stacy Salisbury.
Candidates, please stand. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you a degree of Master of Science. In keeping with academic tradition, please move your tassels from the right to the left, turn and present yourselves to the assembly. Thank you. You may be seated.
The Academic Excellence Award is presented to those members of the graduating class who have displayed the highest level of academic achievement by earning Dean's List honors every term while at Palmer. Will the recipients for this honor for the Doctor of Chiropractic program please present themselves? Jonna Marie Backus. Darwin Allen Baldwin. Kevin Matthew Berg. Shelby Renee Crone. Jessica Rose Dredsk. Orville Gardner. Michael Humple. Jordan Adam Curbs. Trevor MacArthur. Jordan John Mao. Sarah Marie Nordbeck. Marianne Ralph. Shane Glenn Samoil.
Class Salutatorian is an award that we give to the outstanding academic achievement of those students in the class. In this particular case, class 17-3, we have two salutatorians, Shelby Crone and Rebecca Warnicki. Shelby is from Morocco, Indiana. She earned a bachelor's degree in kinesiology with honors from Indiana University at Bloomington prior to enrolling at Palmer. While at Palmer, she was president of Sigma Phi Chi sorority and the Presidential Merit Scholarship recipient. Following graduation, she plans to be an associate chiropractor at Trimbolia Chiropractic in Cedar Lake, Indiana. To her classmates, Shelby would like to say, quote, "Push yourselves every single day and help people learn to love chiropractic as much as we do, and we will certainly be successful." Thank you, Shelby. We'll bring her up in 1 second for her recognition. Our second recipient of the Salutatorian Award is Rebecca Warnicki. Rebecca is from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and she graduated cum laude from Iowa State University with a degree in psychology and biology. While at Palmer, she worked as a graduate teaching assistant in the spinal anatomy lab, and she published 2 papers in the Journal of Academic Chiropractic Orthopedists. She also served as president of the Philanthropy Club and vice president of the Student American Chiropractic Association, and she's president of Operation Palmer Promotes Play Club, which is a volunteer organization that we have here at the college that focuses on the youth in the Quad Cities community. Rebecca was selected as a student clerk at the Martinsburg Veterans Administration Medical Center as part of a Palmer VA DOD internship that we have. While there, she presented clinical care to veterans under the mentorship of a Palmer alumnus, Dr. Sean Neff. After graduation, Rebecca plans to be an associate chiropractor at a family practice in Grand Rapids, Michigan, before opening her own practice and focusing on veterans care as well as other types of chiropractic care. Shelby and Rebecca, please join me at the podium for your awards. So now we move to the highest academic award of achievement, which is valedictorian. In case you're not in the inside track, basically how this works is the valedictorians are folks that have a perfect 4.0. They are people that take 72 classes over 3+ years, 3 1/3 years, usually a little longer than that for our students to go through. And during that time, no B's. It's insane if you think about it. I mean, just think about it. Hot weather, cold weather, which would distract me. Children, no children. Parents, no parents. Whatever happens, they continue to get A's. It's crazy when you think about it, how someone could achieve that, what kind of capacity and intellect and commitment they would have to have a perfect 4.0 to a graduate program like this. And then we give second place to people that got 1, maybe 2 B's once in a great while. It's insane, the thin margin that separates these students. And I just am so proud of all of their achievement. The folks that we're recognizing, as well as those that are just below the salutatorian recognition. So our highest recognition of academic achievement is the criterion of class valedictorian, and we have 2 of them. Strange enough you'd have 1, you have 2. John Abacus and Shane Samoil from class 17-3 are dual valedictorians. John is from Hurley, Wisconsin, and she graduated cum laude from the University of Wisconsin's 7 Points campus with a major in biology and a minor in chemistry before coming to Palmer. After graduation, she plans to be an associate chiropractor in central Wisconsin. She has started her International Chiropractic Pediatric Association certification and hopes to continue those interests, academic pursuits, and work with children and pregnant women. Shane is from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. He earned a bachelor's degree in kinesiology from the University of Alberta prior to coming to Palmer College. After graduation, he plans, with a colleague from Palmer West, a graduate, to open up a practice in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Jonna and Shane, please join me at the podium for your awards, and we'll hear from each of them for a brief address.
First of all, we have lived here in Davenport for 3 years, and it seemed like nothing ever changed. It was the same old Davenport day after day. Now, after a 3-month precept, I return to find everything has changed. We now have a new state-of-the-art gym. The hallway outside the P rooms has been renovated, and there's a new hotel and a rooftop bar downtown. So thank you, Davenport, for getting classy now that it is time to move away. On a more serious note, I want to thank everyone who made the trip to Davenport to help us celebrate this huge achievement of becoming doctors. Next, I want to thank all my fellow classmates who made the past 3 years some of the best of my life. I also want to thank all the amazing professors and mentors who helped us get to this day. And lastly, I want to thank my family and my husband, John. Thanks for helping me stay sane when I was convinced there was no way to memorize my 500+ spinal note cards. Now, for all of us sitting here today, we all have our own unique stories of how we ended up here or why we chose chiropractic. My story began after graduating from undergrad when I decided to take a year off of school to determine what my next move in life was going to be. I worked as a CNA in a hospital where I kept seeing the same pattern. The same patients were getting readmitted into the hospital time and time again. I noticed the focus of the hospital was treating symptoms and getting patients healthy enough to go home. However, these patients would return with the same problems. I knew there needed to be another way to help these people live a healthier and more fulfilling life. And that's when I found chiropractic. At that point, everything happened so fast. I talked to people about chiropractic, I shadowed a couple local doctors in my area, and did extensive research online about chiropractic, and that's when I found Palmer. Before I knew it, I was driving to Davenport with my parents for my campus visit. I instantly fell in love with campus and the people here at Palmer. Within a month from my visit, I moved here and started this amazing path to becoming a doctor of chiropractic. Now, 3+ years later, we all have the tools to help people and allow them to live healthier, happier lives. We now have a huge responsibility on our shoulders, but I am certain that all my fellow classmates sitting in front of me are up to the challenge. We may all have slightly different philosophies and different techniques that make the way we are going to practice unique, but at the end of the day, we're all doctors of chiropractic, and our clear goal for all our patients is to help them live healthier lives. For the last 3 years, I have been in for the last 3 months, I have been in Wisconsin partaking in a preceptorship. I learned a lot while I was there, but I think the most astonishing thing I came to realize is that while at Palmer, we sort of live in a bubble. The majority of people here have similar mindsets. We all try to eat a well-balanced diet, work out regularly, and generally live healthy, active lifestyles. Sadly, this is not the case for the majority of the population. Many people don't understand what a well-balanced diet is. By being doctors of chiropractic, we not only need to find and correct subluxations, but we also need to address the cause. At Palmer, we constantly talked and heard about the 3 T's. For those in the audience that don't know what I'm talking about, these are thoughts, traumas, and toxins. We need to educate our future patients on the 3 T's and show them that they are the ones who are responsible for their own health. We live in a society where people want to blame someone else for their problems. But if we can teach our patients to take responsibility of their own health, we can begin to live in a happier, healthier world. I want to leave you with an epigram from BJ. We never know how far-reaching something we may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. Congrats to the class of 173 and best of luck. Thank you.
It feels pretty good, doesn't it? I just want to say welcome, alumni, faculty, friends, family, and fellow graduates today. Before I begin here, I just want to say thanks to all the other speakers here who have done an absolutely excellent job of exemplifying the true elegance of what this ceremony really is, and that is a celebration. And I do hope that I can put together a few words here, to be able to actually do justice for what they've done, but I promise I won't take up too much of your time. Today, it truly is a humble privilege to be able to make this address on behalf of all of my classmates. You can just think of how long we've come along in the last 3 1/3 years. Really, you can ask yourself, how did we all get here? I figured I might give you just a little bit of insight towards kind of what my decision process was, and I just kind of made it real simple. I decided to make a list of 3 reasons why I decided to come to Davenport. The first one here is just outside of the beautiful city of Davenport. We've got, the world's biggest truck stop. 2, they got pretty cheap golf around here. Some of you guys know that. 3, and this is a while I wrote this, so bear with me. I wanted to see the Packers win the Super Bowl while I was here. I don't know if that's too soon to be able to make that kind of remark here after this season, but sorry about that. It's kind of funny, my mom would ask me, why did I choose Davenport and I didn't choose someplace like Toronto, and I just kind of gave her that list. I'm hoping that was a pretty good segue there, but on behalf of my classmates, I really want to put ahead here that it is with the utmost pleasure that I'm able to make the following acknowledgments. I can't emphasize enough how much these people that have touched our lives and been able to support us, they've really done. Faculty, I'd like to thank you all for your inspiration, and in particularly Dr. Wallace, who had here quite a few iterations of the speech. Friends, thank you for all your companionship and everything you've done for us. And family, thank you for your support and never-ending gratitude. We're all eternally grateful. Look, kind of at the end of this day, what I just want to say is, it's really important to maintain and consider your own perspective as well as intention into why we're practicing and why we're doing this. Make sure that you have dreams that are bigger than yourself. If you want to see change in this world, be the type of leader that you would want to follow and set your own standards. Try to empower your community as best as you can. Look, hey, graduates, congratulations, and let's celebrate.
To receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College of Chiropractic, students must complete a rigorous curriculum that is the equivalent of 5 academic years in 10 trimesters or 3 1/3 calendar years. There are 74 courses and 4,680 contact hours of instruction in the curriculum required for graduation. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me great pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. The graduating doctors will be introduced to Dr. Marchiori by Mr. Craig Miko, Associate Professor in Life Sciences, Dr. Barbara Manshold, Faculty Senate President, and Dr. Catherine Clark, Faculty Senate Vice President. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Jonna Marie Backus, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. Darwin Allen Baldwin, cum laude, Kentucky. Kevin Matthew Berg, magna cum laude, Colorado. Shelby Renee Crone, summa cum laude, Indiana. Jessica Rose Dredsky, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. Orville Gardner, magna cum laude, Iowa. Michael Joseph Humpel, summa cum laude, Iowa. Jordan Adams Curbs, magna cum laude, New York. Trevor MacArthur, magna cum laude, Canada. Jordan John Mao, summa cum laude, Iowa. Sarah Marie Nordbeck, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Marianne Ralph, magna cum laude, Canada. Shane Glenn Samoil, summa cum laude, Canada. Brian Joseph Bazin, Massachusetts. Landon Clinton Benedetti, Ohio. Cassie Ann Berggren, Iowa. Suzanne P. Blair Rogers, cum laude, West Virginia. Adam Lowell Bobeer, Nebraska. Claire Noel Beamer, magna cum laude, Iowa. Sarah M. Brucci, Illinois. Holly Calloway, Iowa. Carrie Lynn Charlevoix, magna cum laude, Michigan. Keith Robert Waddle, Nebraska. Jonna Diane Darnell Bundy, Iowa. Ryan Edward Dertinger, Illinois. Katie Lee Donovan, Missouri. Christopher Scott Doran, cum laude, Wisconsin. Matthew Dale Eschenbaum, Illinois. Raymond Drew Flack, magna cum laude, Illinois. Robert Walter Fugel, Wisconsin. Kendall Zane Glidden, Nebraska. Courtney A. Goodchild, Iowa. Kevin Ryan Gower, cum laude, Colorado. Shane Michael Hoffman, Iowa. Felicia Hauk, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Justin Dale Hinker, Wisconsin. Dane Jaskowiak, cum laude, Wisconsin. Bradley Drew Johansson, Iowa. Tiffany John, Iowa. Chancellor Cortez Johnson, Tennessee. John Wesley Thomas Jones, Iowa. Tanya Nicole Kamas, Wisconsin. Joseph Kevin Kelbel, Wisconsin. Amy L. Kerr, Kentucky. Daniel Jacob Kilps, cum laude, Wisconsin. Mariah Louise Kilps, Washington. Bryce Michael Kreitcher, Ohio. Cody Kershite, Wisconsin. Corey Lamar, Ohio. Jacob Kyle Langston, Kentucky. Gabriella Charlotte Lorino, Illinois. Alyssa Nicole Lawrenson, New York. Jiwang Jong Danny Lee, South Korea. James Farthing Leonard, Virginia. Landrus Elvit Lewis Jr., New Jersey. Jerome Alexander Longoria, cum laude, Arizona. Erica Lee Maroon, Illinois. Marcy S. McKenna, Iowa. Dominic Daniel Means, Iowa. Vincent John Monham, magna cum laude, Ohio. Joseph Moon, Pennsylvania. Joey Andrew Jacques Morneau, Canada. Jenna Elizabeth Mosher, Canada. Marion Nicole Nappy, New Jersey. Taylor Kyrie Neal, Louisiana. Amanda Marie Nichols, Illinois. Michael William Norris, Colorado. Joseph Oakley II, Wisconsin. Ayusa Ogawa, cum laude, Japan. Michael John Olson, North Dakota. Sarah Otaguro, Japan. Gabriel Enrique Padilla Garcia, Puerto Rico. Felix Perriard, Canada. Joshua Aaron Tan K, Illinois. William Clayton Ramos Jr., Idaho. Jocelyn Lee Redlinsky, New York. Devin Rising, cum laude, Wisconsin. Elisa Christine Rimkus, Illinois. Daniel Anthony Rufus, Illinois. James David Rue Jr., Michigan. Cody Lauren Schrader, Wisconsin. Taylor Lee Schultz, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Morgan Scroggins, Iowa. Hannah Ariella Singer, Iowa. Tori Slauson, Iowa. Yun Jo Song, Canada. Sydney Elena Stanel, Michigan. Kevin James Sundberg, Michigan. Jason Sweeney, Pennsylvania. Kosuke Takahashi, Japan. Tiffany Nicole Thorne, magna cum laude, West Virginia. Hunter Lee Townsend, Michigan. Serena Louise Tellis, Nevada. Rebecca Lynn Warnicki, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. Matthew William Warrow, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Ariel Morgan Weishoff, Wisconsin. Ty Douglas Wilson, Canada.
The faculty of Palmer College of Chiropractic is praiseworthy for many reasons. Their responsibility is providing the very best education possible to our students, and they fulfill this mission with distinction. I would like to acknowledge the most accomplished, the most gifted, and the most caring faculty in chiropractic education. Please stand for recognition. Thank you. As we near the end of the ceremony, I want to just take a minute to thank all of those folks in the audience. And I know you've been thanked by the graduates individually and will be, as well as by the outstanding speakers that we've had today. But I certainly want to let you know that it's not lost on us that the names on the diplomas reflect these students, but the effort that went into that diploma is borne by not just the student, but by the support network, by the family, the friends, the late night calls, the help me with this, help me with that, can't be there, all of those requests that come, those calls during the day and those calls at night. And for being on the other end of that phone and answering it and being supportive and continuing to support these graduates from your area of home has been tremendous. And your name's not on the diploma, but your efforts are certainly embedded within that degree. And graduates, it was 3 or 4 years ago that we were at orientation, and I suggested that your primary goal while you were here at the Fountainhead was to develop your own voice in chiropractic, to get a sense of the philosophy, the science, and the art, to get a sense of how it balances and how you can change lives. You've had lots of resources, but the impetus was really on you, as we talked about in that orientation. And now we're at the other end of the spectrum, the other side of the threshold. And now that you've been able to get the big idea of chiropractic, it's time for you to go out and to make changes in people's lives. As you go, please know that we need a strong connection to all of you. You changed us, you improved the program that you found in many ways, and we thank you for that. The students that follow you will have a better program because of your contributions. But please don't let it end here. Stay connected to the college, stay connected to the faculty, stay connected to other alums and our next wave of students, because we want to continue to improve the program for those students and the students that follow, and the only way that happens is through developing the strong life cycle that Palmer College uniquely has. We saw it today on stage where family members join in their family getting degrees and continue that cycle. But we're all embedded in that cycle, whether you're related to the graduate or you're sending students and supporting students that are here in some other non-family way. We appreciate it, and it's dependent on us to continue the legacy of Palmer College. So now, as newly minted, almost within a few minutes, Palmer Chiropractors, you are joining the largest, the most successful and influential group in the profession by far. There is no college or training institution of any kind that so dominates a profession as Palmer does chiropractic. And that strong tradition is dependent on the activity that you do in the field every day, making patients better, improving their lives, and continuing your professional service to them and to the college and to each other. So stay connected to the college, to each other, and we are there to help you with your patients. Graduates, please stand as we take the oath. In accordance with the philosophy, art, and science of chiropractic and the consequence of your dedication to restore those that are sick to a healthy state, I request that you promise and swear the following chiropractic oaths. Students, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and repeat your name, will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession, and help it grow in the service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving credit for their dedication and commitment to the profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skill and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibility which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Students, you may put your right hand down. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic. In keeping with academic tradition, you may move your tassel from the right to the left, turn, and present yourselves to the assembly. Doctors, you may be seated.
you.